Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Simnaya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are great. So there is something that has, the list, Epstein's list actually came out, but that list is like, we haven't seen the main because I am yet to see like everybody's name on it. And so this man actually came out to say some nasty things. His name was on the list. And I am asking, how is it that somebody that his name is on the list is actually outside? I mean, granting interview and saying that he wants to know how many people who have ever actually condemned Hamas. That you all have not condemned what Hamas is doing or the grape Hamas is doing, but you all have the nerves to come out to condemn his own grape case that is going on. And I am asking, why is this man not locked up? Why is he still moving around? So he is trying to justify what he did. I mean, compared to the ones that would not like it, Hamas gripping and all that. I mean, what does Hamas got to do, or the Jewish children got to do with this, his own story that is circulating about his SA, allegedly SA and all that? Man, the Caucasians' audacity is something I really do not understand. You know what? Let's get into this.
This guy right here, Alan Dershowitz, if you've been keeping track of the Epstein files released today, he is named as somebody who essayed minors, we'll just put it that way. And he came out quickly in defense of himself. And you are not going to believe what is about to come out of his mouth. Just listen.
Now, the one point I do want to make is that I understand all the feminist groups and the radicals who think this is the worst thing in the world, that anybody ever had any contact with Jeffrey Epstein. Where are all those radical feminists when it comes to the Hamas rapes of young Jewish girls, sexual abuse, beheadings? They are quiet. They are silent. The incredible hypocrisy of the Me Too movement. Me Too, except if you're a Jew. And I want to have a list of all the radical feminists who are pushing hard. I understand that, to get all these names revealed. And I want to know how many of them have ever actually condemned Hamas for the rapes that we now know occurred and the murders that occurred. How many have been silent, and how many, like the National Lawyers Guild, have actually approved of what Hamas did. So let's put this in context. I'm thrilled that all these papers have come out. I urged them. I went to court. I asked for everything to come out because I knew that I had done nothing wrong, and the papers would exculpate me. What I only worry about is that maybe the judges withheld certain documents. I want to make sure every single document comes out, including the documents that cast doubt on the credibility of some of the accusers and some of the accused. The public has the right to see everything and make their own judgment. We do not country at guilt by accusation, but guilt by association.
So his defense is basically, well, they did it, so I can too. This guy right here, Alan Dershowitz, if you've been keeping track of the Epstein files released.
I have a quick question. I can answer my own question. What's the main purpose and significance of this? Okay, they have a list of all these all these elites and so forth people. And they come out and say, okay, yeah, I'm a pedophile, I'm a sex offender. This is what they're saying. Some of them are trying to deny it and and hide away from social media. But an average person who does not have any money, and if they are being caught as a sex offender, they go to jail. They be registered as a sex offender. People like them, they come out and reveal it and say, yes, I'm finally free. I'm out of the closet. What is the significance? What is the purpose of this whole entire thing? This list has been ever since when Epstein was alive, and even when he died, allegedly, okay? Because to me, I believe he's still alive, okay? And not like the belief that people believe that Elvis is alive or Tupac is alive. This man is alive. And for him to basically supposedly be dead and revealing all this list and everything, like, what is he trying to do? You know, Mel Gibson wanted to come out and show everything what Hollywood was doing. So I guess, who knows, probably people like Mel Gibson probably threaten these people and say, if you don't reveal, I have your list. But at the end of the day, this shows like there's no type of protection for society of people who's average, who have to work every day, who have to retire and don't have much. Versus with these people, where they turn around and reveal that they're pedophiles and sex offenders, and they still show their face, and they make a comment as if it's a nonchalant, this is no big deal. They don't care because they have money to hide behind it. I never hear that you had someone that you groomed from 16 years old all the way till they were 19, and you was basically using them for sex trafficking. And then when you felt like it, you beat them up, you do all kinds of things, you drug them up and everything, and then you get away with murder. Then the person slaps a lawsuit against you. And then next minute, you have to give them that money, or else they're going to make a tell-all book. And there's no jail. And the only thing is, certain reputations and certain endorsements don't want to be bothered with you. Okay, but you're still making money, you're still having parties, you're still doing your best life, and you still live on. And then they make a philosophy like, and this and blah, 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 make excuses and even admit that they do it. But like I said, what is the significance? What is the whole entire thing for this? Because the victims are dealing with it every day, trying to heal. And no money in the world can cover what they have done. They're not being registered as sex offenders. They still be around other people's children. So what is the whole outcome for this? To show that how rich people can get away with murder versus with an average person that cannot, because they'll be locked up in jail and be registered as sex offenders? You know, society in this world that we're living in, especially living in America, it's so confusing. And it's so overwhelming, and it's getting so toxic with the toxicity of all these celebrities, from the monarchy versus with the politics, the this and that. We don't even worry about what's going on with England, but for some reason we have to deal with England's bullshit. Okay? And I bet you the real ones, and I don't believe everybody's name is going to be on that list. Some people's list is going to be filtered out, because I know that King Charles, he participated. His son participated. But his brother ended up getting the bad end of the stick. Because guess what? He doesn't really have that much entitlements. And how would that look if the king was there? You know? But before Epstein ever existed, we had somebody named, his name was Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner had a Playboy mansion, and he was doing all kinds of things under the sun in front of our faces and promoting it. And he got away with murder. He had underage teenagers in the Playboy mansion. Okay? I'm not going to even say alleged, because I saw it on YouTube when they had the twins and the girl next door and everything. Some of them were 18, some of them were 19, some of them were 16 years old. And they had to sign contracts to not really say anything. They had to wait till he died before they could do a tell-all book. But they've been doing it for years. And that goes to show, and I'm going to also put the race card in this, how certain white people and certain communities, they can get away with murder and say, oh, it's a disease. But if it's a person in the African American or minority culture, they're going to go straight to jail. Look at Bill Cosby. He went to jail for drugging women, allegedly. Look at Cuba Gooding Jr. for touching women. He ended up getting charges. Okay? The list goes on and on. What's good for different strokes for different folks. But you see these Caucasian men and women, and I know there's some African Americans and minorities too, like Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and all the rest of them. They were there. Okay, their names were on that list. And even Naomi Campbell. But they will probably get the bad end of the stick. Okay, probably, allegedly. But the other Caucasian people could sit there, Who knows? It could be the CEO from BlackRock there too. People from United Nations and all that stuff was there. A lot of people was there because he dealt with a lot of people that he could connect with that was very valuable and important to him. And I'm referring to Mr. Epstein and his girlfriend Maxwell. Okay? Because they wanted to live that lifestyle. Any means necessary. Like I said, what's the significance? What's the value? Is anybody going to get in trouble? Of course not. Because they all going to cover each other and we're going to hear about the story, and then later on, the story is going to end up being dissolved somewhere else. And it's just going to be a mystery, just like the Black Dahlia. A mystery. How she died, who killed her, who what, we don't know. But they know.
So this is actually all I got from this video. And number one is, I want to ask, why is this person still outside? Why is this person still granting interview? Why is he moving around freely? Why is he not being locked up? He does not deserve to be where people are. I mean, and he is proud, saying that he is happy that everything is already out. Like, everybody know that that he is no longer hiding it and all that, and got the right the nerves to start asking, where are the civil right, this thing, to the feminists, like, why are they not talking about? Are you being real right now? See, I am not saying that doing something like I mean, I do not support anything that got to do with something like SA or something really pedophile. I do not support that. But you all know that if this were to be a person that looked like me, trust me, this person wouldn't be out, wouldn't be, is already being charged and the rest of it. And for him to also come out to start granting interview and talking rubbish, because that is bullshit. He came out to defend himself. Like, are you serious right now? He understands all the feminist group and the radicals who are pushing hard. I understand that they get all these names revealed. I want to know how many of them have ever actually condemned Hamas for the... So what he's saying is that if you have, if you have condemned Hamas for SA, I mean, he used rape, but SA, grape, right? If you have actually condemned Hamas for grape, right? So why would you? Man, I think I'm confused even. So he is saying that people are quiet over what happened to the Jewish kids, the grape happening to the Jewish, but everybody is outside. I mean, everybody's like speaking about his own. Do I understand this English? Or maybe I do not understand. Like, my ears are kind of, are you being real right now? That this man came out to say something like this. And he has the right to say that it's hypocrisy. Man, I am really in shock. Caucasians, the audacity that people have to come out on the internet to pew some certain thing is something I really do not understand. Man, I can deal. Really, I cannot deal. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.